What's going on, you guys? Jay here and welcome back to the channel. So USTC has got a lot of buzz happening around it at the moment, quite a lot of negatives, but there are some positives to be found amongst the darkness that is the Terra Classic chain at the moment. We're really not having a good time. It's not easy for us, and I think everybody needs to take a step back and understand we inherited somebody else's problem. We are the people that decided to attempt to fix the original chain, and essentially I knew what I was getting on board for from the very beginning. And like I was saying, if we do nothing, if we stand still, if we allow these validators to keep the chain in a static position, it's only going to get worse. And this is very beneficial for any validator that is keeping the chain in limbo if they have a layer 2 product that's offering another coin that you can get out of LUNC and you can hop into that layer 2 coin. These are the things you need to be very wary of as a holder. And again, this is not the time for sitting still. This is not the time for being static, doing nothing. We must do something. So as I've shown you in the previous video, there is this kind of discussion on Medium. It should really be on Commonwealth, and hopefully it is going to make it to Commonwealth in the future. And it's talking about transforming USTC into a meme coin. So what I'm going to do is go through this proposal and then I'll give you my perspective, my point of view, the pros, the cons, and what I think is possibly a better route when it comes down to some kind of revival plan to save USTC from being delisted. So this is an urgent proposal aimed at changing USTC's classification from a stable coin to a meme coin. And the reason is simple. We don't have the necessary funds or mechanisms to make it a stable coin again. 3 years have passed and every viable plan has hit the same obstacle: lack of reserves. The key question is, how can we secure $8 billion in reserves? We don't have it and never will. Moreover, even if the reserves were available, USTC would not comply with MiCA regulations, and we also cannot hold reserves in a traditional bank because there is no responsible institution for USTC and there never will be. If the proposal is approved, we will request an official classification change for USTC from stablecoin to meme coin on CMC and CoinGecko. Additionally, we will notify all DEXs and CEXs and then ask Binance to reconsider the delisting, as USTC has not been a stablecoin for the past 3 years. The coin was handed over to the community with no possibility of a repeg, and DK himself never considered migrating UST to Luna 2.0. In reality, USTC has always been considered a meme coin. The difference now is that we will make it clear and adopt a continuous burning strategy. Burns will occur through fees and profits from the market swaps, especially with the launch of EUTC and a new UST, which will be fully collateralized with USDC or EURC at a 1-to-1 ratio and offer yields without requiring staking following Redline's concept. With this approach, reaching $10 for USTC becomes completely feasible, as an $8 billion market cap is entirely possible in the meme coin market. Additionally, our mechanisms will burn more UST than other meme coins like SHIB, attracting even more investors to our ecosystem. I ask for the support of the entire community on this proposal, which will remain open for discussion for 7 days. So like I said, I would like and I would prefer to have seen this go on to Commonwealth so we could give some actual feedback on this, because there's a lot of patchy parts in this discussion. Firstly, it's not just MiCA regulations as we know here on the channel, guys. The Genius Stablecoin Act is going to be rolling out soon, and that staff statement on meme coins made it quite clear that a meme coin must remain a meme coin, meaning that if you are to transfer USTC into a meme coin, it must be a meme coin. It cannot provide any yields, any returns, or any kind of profit from that being a meme coin in that classification. Secondly, I believe going just for the classification change is not enough. We're currently facing mass delistings and even more in the future from other major CEXs as these regulations roll out, especially with the Genius Stablecoin Act, as we know on the channel. Now, what we should probably do is go for a complete ticker change and a name change entirely and go from USTC to USTM, being UST meme coin. This is the smarter option from my perspective because, again, you're going the extra mile with this thing. You're taking it to the next level. Anytime anyone suggested a ticker change or a name change with LUNC or USTC, it's always been, well, we risk getting delisted on a broad basis. We're now at a point where doing nothing is going to lead us to, you guessed it, being delisted, or we could go for a classification and name change entirely and really take this thing to the next level and attempt to save USTC. Because the one thing I do agree with here, although the date is a little bit off with the past 3 years, I think it's coming up on 3 years, USTC hasn't been a stable coin, and that is quite clear, and Binance probably know this better than anyone. But something in here that I'm not happy with is, again, they're pushing towards the launch of this EUTC and a new UST, which will be fully collateralized with USDC or EURC. In the future, as the Genius Stablecoin Act rolls out, only a registered legal entity that has the right licensing to actually push a stablecoin will be allowed to push a stablecoin. The days of a small community or a decentralized community trying to run a stablecoin are simply over. And the best thing we can do right now is follow this as best as we can and try to go to a meme coin. Because, yeah, we have got a lot of USTC out there. And sadly, what Igor doesn't seem to understand is, although there is a lot of USTC we could burn, we've got groups of validators with their L2 projects that are halting and preventing those major burns from going through because they simply don't want to see the chain prosper. Instead, what they want to see is a very negative space on the L1 so they can provide a positive space on the L2. They can then scoop up coins for cheap, and then they can decide when they want the price to go up or go down by playing, cloak and daggers, being very devious, all of these different things. So do be very careful. So although there are some good points in this, it needs a lot of work before it does go up for a proposal. There should be a lot more discussion around this subject, and people shouldn't take it for face value of it simply just being, oh, it's just a meme coin. No, this could save USTC. It could save the price of USTC. It could keep it in this stable area, and we're not going to have a crazy bank run on the Terra Classic ecosystem as everybody tries to sell their USTC and the price just plummets. What we're going to see is around a 35 to 40% reduction in validator commission and then delegate commission as well. This would be a drastic hit for our blockchain. So again, I don't think a simple classification change from an algorithmic stablecoin that's been deemed a security in the courts of Delaware in the United States, we should go all of the way, go for a complete name change, not just the classification change, and then really push this thing out, have continuous campaigns, and maybe, just maybe, we should find a legitimate PR company and we should pay them a monthly sum from the community pool to start doing news articles that provide all of the positive energy that is available in our community, and that we are trying to really collaborate and work together to push the chain towards a more positive direction. That's probably going to be very beneficial if we do go for a name change, a ticker change, a classification change. But yeah, the argument's definitely going to be there. If you change the ticker, there's going to be delistings. But hey, there's going to be delistings either way. So this section here where it states that DK himself never considered migrating UST to Luna 2.0 is actually true, and we can go to a video from probably about 2023, I would say, with Chris Armani, a Cosmos verse, and they stated, made it quite clear on the main stage live to the entire world that they would not ever be pursuing any kind of decentralized stablecoin or stablecoin ever again. So although Redline's concept is good and it worked at the time when he created it, we've got MiCA regulations coming in, we've got the Genius Stablecoin Act coming in, and then we've got that Meme Coin Act possibly coming in, which is all part of that staff statement we went over previously in the channel. The regulatory landscape is changing very, very fast, and we need to ensure that we're keeping within that regulation as it's rolling out. It's very important for us as an ecosystem that we keep ourselves in this regulated area, which is more or less a green zone. Binance are the biggest holder for USTC and LUNC. This is a situation where they are more invested than many of us. They have a responsibility to reintroduce pairs, to try to work with our community to fix USTC, change it possibly to UST meme, and roll out all of these different changes. And maybe they put out a statement saying they worked with the LUNC community to get USTC to become a meme coin. But we need to be very careful, you guys, because although, right, the Genius Act hasn't been rolled out, it's not actual regulation right now, and that meme coin statement isn't leading to any kind of regulations yet. It's going to. You've already seen what these MiCA regulations are doing. Now they're catching up with us. If we can get ahead of this curve as a community, as a blockchain, as a consensus, it's going to be beneficial for us, and it's going to save us a lot of pain in the future. I'm going to be working on a video, and I really want to bring everybody on side. If we're able to fix UST, turn it into USTM, reintroduce it as a meme coin, prevent these delistings, we need to think very hard, very heavily, and for a considerable amount of time as to what is more important, USTM or USTC as it is now, or Luna Classic, the native asset on chain. That's all I've really got for you for now. Like I said, I think this is a good idea. I think it needs more work. I think they need to just drop the EUTC and a new UST for now. Stop deviating. Don't add more work onto the workload. Stop promising people that $10 is completely feasible just because a meme coin has previously hit $8 billion. We've got validators that are preventing burning because it benefits them. It puts them in a positive light. It puts the chain in a negative light. It drowns down the user set, and it makes people want to be siphoned to a new coin that's going to provide gains. And again, you've seen this many times with all of the different burn coins on chain in the past. You're smarter than this. You're wiser than this. And hey, you guys support the layer 1 chain. That is what is going to save this ecosystem because it's the native asset. If USTC does in fact die, we're not able to prevent any of these delistings, Luna Classic is going to be the only saving grace that this chain has. We can recalculate the Oracle rewards pool. Although it would deplete quicker, we can still provide solutions to the active validator set, to the active community, delegates across board. These are all of the different things that I'm thinking about. But yeah, guys, that's all I've got for you for now. I'll leave a link to this in the description. Hopefully Igor puts this on Commonwealth. If not, maybe in a couple of days we'll put it up so other people can actually see this, because essentially I just come across this on a random one as I was coming back into the office a couple of days ago. So stay safe, you guys, stay humble, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one.